Okay, Steve, we're going to do a video review of your 2 days of lessons. And one of the things that we adjusted was we want to get your posture up. When you have a nice tall posture, it's a little bit easier to make a turn of your body and get your arms up. So you may want to do that. I also adjusted your grip a little bit, so that would be a thing to remember. Other than that, you want to watch the ball position. If it gets too far forward in your stance, then your shoulder line gets open to reach it. Hope you can picture that. If you were aiming at something way out here and the club was out here, your shoulders would be way left to reach it. Well, this is, you just do a slight version of that. So we already fight a little bit over the top in the golf swing. So we want to make sure that your shoulders are not open, because that would be a setback for you. So grip, posture, and a ball position would be key. Even start with your shoulders a little bit closed if you want to. Right now they're a little bit open. Even if you want to take this right shoulder and move it back here a little bit. We're doing all this that we can do to get you to swing down the club from inside this line. That's the critical part. Okay, so posture is going to be key here. Alright, now we're going to take you back and watch what you tend to do. Okay, the club goes around your body a little too much there. We call that flat. You'll notice here's one of the flatter swingers on tour, but it still goes up there nice and high. And you don't want to get that club too low or too far behind you there. Better image for you might be something like Danielle Amakapani from the LPGA Tour. It's just something to strive for. I like the fact that her hands are kind of high and they're up over her shoulders. Sometimes the club gets a little bit too far behind you, Steve. Like if I drew a line down from where the club is, that's where you'd see it. So it's just a little too flat. And of course the other thing that we fight with you is a little bit of the reverse pivot. We want to make sure that we got you turned a little bit behind the golf ball, like this. Set up from the side is pretty good. You could go a little bit narrower with your stance. I got you tilted back a little bit. I put that shoulder back and gave the body a little bit of tilt. Remember that in your setup. Remember your grip. And remember that line I had you swinging down there. That's a pretty nice move there. And you want to try to separate the lower. And here's where I want you to feel like the lower body starts to go here. The lower body goes and the upper body doesn't run on ahead. See what happens here. I'm going to show you an example of what you do and many others do. See right here where you have a real nice tilt to your body here. Your spine is angled back the same way I set it up at the address. Okay. Now if you watch a great player, this is Justin Rose, who won the Open Championship last year. So he's got that tilt there, and see how he keeps it? The body stays tilted back with the head staying behind it. Yours sort of loses the tilt, and your body gets too straight and the shoulders get open really early. Now you're actually tilted this way a little bit. So you want to keep your head behind it, but your lower body driving. If you watch Adam here, the first thing we'll see him go as he gets to the top, there's that lower body going. See it? The lower body separates from the upper. Let's watch another great player, Hunter Mahan, gets back. Now watch the lower. There's the lower body drive. Okay, Charles Schwartzel, South Africa, another lower body drive. So you really want to feel that lower body starting it, and the shoulders and upper body stay closed a little bit longer. That's how you get down on the inside. Okay, that's mostly what we're trying to do for you is find ways that we can get you down on the inside. Right, I was putting your hands up while I was turning you there, so you could feel them fall down to the ball here. Pretty good there. I kind of like that move. Now I want your hands to drop, right? And this is better. Little bit outside. See where the club is? A little bit outside, but not too bad. Your hands fell down pretty good there, didn't they? So if you start that lower body, keep the back to the target a little bit longer, I think you're going to have a lot more success with it. So a turn on to the right side, nice tall body, and let the arms fall. I want to give you an example of those arms falling. I might have given you this one during the school, but you'll see what I mean here. So Jerry Garcia from the PGA Tour. I'm going to put a little tracer on his hands here, okay, and the butt of his club. See that trace line? That's what you want to feel with your hands. Notice that they drop right back under his shoulders. That's called getting your arms down from the inside. See? A little more out, right? A little more out. Not bad though. This was one of your more drop swings. You're not a lot over the top, by the way. You're just, I mean, this is actually delivered pretty nicely from the inside. And of course, the last thing we worked on was release. Getting your hands to roll over through the golf ball so you could promote that real consistent draw. And I think I did say to you, if I remember your lesson, that once the ball starts to do too much of this, like a curve way over here, then you could probably adjust your grip back. But I'd like you to learn a hook. I'd like you to learn a sharp draw to the ball. So you go over this way and really let your hands roll over, because then you'd instinctively would swing more from what we call inside out, more in this direction. And that's your key there. Okay, so those are the points from the school, and it was a pleasure having you and your wife for a couple days. And if you get down my way again, give me some notice, and we'll set you up with a nice hotel package and work on your game a little bit more. But I think you both have some things to go on now and to play a little bit better and enjoy your hobby a little bit more. Be well.